Thank you for sharing with us. Do you know what time it is? Yeah, sure. It's time to make you laugh and learn. It's your boy Dmecalik once again on Streets, and today we're here to make you learn and laugh once again. Right about now, our topic today is about malaria. Which insect causes malaria? What is the treatment of malaria? What are the signs and symptoms of malaria? Let's listen up and we find out what people understand about malaria, yeah? Are you ready? I guess you're ready. Stay tuned. How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
Ndagile
Shifra. In which class are you?
Form 2.
Which insect causes malaria?
Malaria. Anopheles mosquito.
Which insect causes malaria?
I don't know. I forget.
Sorry?
I forget.
Which insect causes malaria?
Mosquito.
Okay. Sorry?
Female anopheles mosquito.
What causes malaria? Nedda. Chechileta malaria.
Malaria nsiri.
Nsiri. Okay. Okakasa.
Nsiri.
Sisese fly.
Sise fly. Anti ngenze mu nsiri mu Luganda.
But mu Luzungu?
Sise fly.
Enough of that.
Okay, so what causes malaria?
What causes malaria? Sassafras.
No.
Sorry?
Sassafras.
What causes malaria?
Mosquito.
Sorry?
Mosquito.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Not a bed bug?
No. No.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, sir. What's your name?
My name is Arnito Amos.
Okay. What causes malaria?
Sibimanyi.
Which animal causes malaria?
Sibimanyi.
What causes malaria?
Mosquito.
Mosquito. Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's not a sassafly.
No, mosquito.
So, what causes malaria?
What causes malaria? I think mosquitoes, dirty places, sometimes.
So, which animal specifically causes malaria?
Mostly I know mosquitoes.
Okay. Which insect causes malaria?
Female anopheles mosquito.
Sorry?
Female anopheles mosquito.
Okay. Which animal causes malaria?
It's not an animal but an insect.
Insect. Okay, which insect spreads malaria?
Mosquito.
Mosquito. Where do we find it?
In stagnant water.
Okay. Which animal causes malaria?
There is no animal that causes malaria, but we have an insect that causes malaria, which is mosquito.
Okay.
A female anopheles mosquito.
Where do we find it?
Okay. A female anopheles mosquito lays its egg in stagnant water. So basically you find it in the environment.
Okay.
Yes, places that surround us.
What's your name?
Rose.
Sorry?
Rose.
Rose. Which animal causes malaria?
Mosquito.
What's your name?
My name is Chiza Fabius.
Which insect causes malaria?
It is a mosquito.
A mosquito. Where do we find it?
Stagnant waters. That is the bushes that are around our homes.
Okay.
Yes.
Which insect causes malaria?
Insect that causes malaria. Anopheles mosquito.
Are you sure? How about a sassafly?
A sassafly. A sassafly just spread germs.
Okay. What causes malaria?
Malaria. Malaria, I think it's like a simple. It's like a term. Over in like biology, we make it like over certain viruses.
Why?
Why viruses? And it because we are not sleeping under mosquito nets, maybe.
Okay. Which insect causes malaria?
Female anopheles mosquito.
Sorry?
Female Anopheles mosquito.
Okay. What causes malaria?
Malaria is a mosquito,
Mosquito. Which mosquito?
and it is a Anopheles.
What's your name?
Joy Allen Nalumas.
Which insect causes malaria?
Mosquito.
Which insect spreads malaria?
Mosquito.
Where do we find it?
Dumping places. In the bush.
Simon, which animal causes malaria?
Malaria, it is a mosquito.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How about a bed bug?
Bed bug. I don't think so.
And which animal causes malaria?
It is a female Anopheles mosquito.
Okay, where do we find it?
We find it in stagnant waters.
What causes malaria?
Anopheles mosquito
Okay, where do we find it?
in stagnant water.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What's your name?
My name is Katende Trevor.
Which animal causes malaria?
Mosquito.
Okay. Where do we find that?
In water, in stagnant waters, in bushes, like that.
How can we treat malaria?
Malaria, treatment of malaria, there is, of course we have tablets that are used for that, anti-malarial
For
drugs.
example?
Like, how do they call this? How do they call it? God. My mind.
Alright, spell the word malaria.
Malaria, Malaria.
How can you treat malaria?
You go to the hospital.
And what are the signs and symptoms of malaria?
Sometimes your head is dizzy. And sometimes you feel so cold. That's how sometimes you can know like that, and you get headache also.
How?
Your head can pain.
Okay. And which tablets can you take to treat malaria?
You can use painkiller. For example, Panadol. You can use Panadol.
Okay. And can you spell the word malaria?
Malaria. M. O. Really? L. E. R. I. A.
And what are the signs and symptoms of malaria?
Severe vomiting. Severe vomiting.
Okay. How can we treat malaria?
How can we treat malaria? By sleeping under mosquito. That is avoiding. By meeting the doctor.
Okay.
Yes.
And which treatment can you give to someone that has malaria?
To take ORS.
Sorry?
To drink ORS. To get some blood. Yes.
Okay. Spell the word malaria.
Malaria. M-A-R-I-A-R-I.
And what are the signs and symptoms of malaria?
Malaria. Body warmth, a resonance of body is like that.
Okay. Why? Why?
Because malaria is attack is like is losing energy. It's like losing energy.
Okay. And how? How?
You're losing energy. The way losing energy. For example, when you are feeling comfortable, you are losing that comfortable.
Okay. All right. So spell the word malaria.
Malaria. M-A. Malaria. M-A.
Okay. How can you treat malaria?
Malaria. By vaccination.
What are the signs and symptoms of malaria?
Typhoid.
Okay. What are the signs and symptoms of malaria?
Flu. Temperature.
Which tablets do we take when someone has malaria?
I know Kotam. Those people of long ago were used to taking quinine.
Okay. Can you spell the word malaria?
Malaria. It's M-A-L-A-R-I-A.
What are the signs and symptoms of malaria?
It's fever. Fever, then I think some little wounds on her mouth, and particularly yellow eyes. Yes.
Okay. So what are the signs and symptoms of malaria?
Yellow fever, and then vomiting, and then yes, and lack of energy, you know. That's it.
Okay. How do we treat malaria?
We treat malaria through what? Going to the hospital and ask what the health worker, or else you can get a net, you know.
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
Which tablets do we take when someone has malaria? Okay. So what are the signs and symptoms of malaria?
Like a fever, like even headaches.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do we treat malaria?
By going to hospital, or just you prevent the causes still living under a mosquito net.
Which tablets do we take when someone has malaria?
Quaterms and other medicines.
Can you spell the word malaria?
It is M-A-L-A-R-I-A.
Can you spell the word malaria?
Malaria is M-A-R-A-R-I-A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which tablets do we take when someone has malaria?
Actually, I don't know. I've forgotten.
Hello, sir. What's your name?
My name is Arnito Amos.
Malaria chechi muleta.
Bulwadde.
Bulwadde ki?
Sirimu.
Okay, lwaki?
Obwenzi.
Okay. So omuntu wayenda afuna malaria.
Yeah.
Hey. What are the signs and symptoms of malaria?
Vomiting. Blood pressure.
Spell the word malaria.
M-A-L-I-A. Malaria.
Okay. Okay. What are the signs and symptoms of malaria?
Laziness. You take that one.
Okay. Which tablets do we take when someone has malaria?
There are many. I know that one. No, Panadol.
All right. Spell the word malaria.
It's M-A-L-A-R-I-A.
Can you spell the word malaria?
M-A-R-I-A.
What are the signs and symptoms of malaria?
Malaria, it is fever, red eyes.
How can we treat malaria?
Malaria, sleeping under mosquito net, draining away dirty water, then spreading them.
Okay, which tablets can you take when you have malaria?
I'm not sure of that.
Spell the word malaria.
Malaria. Nothing's now. This COVID has spoiled us. I can't lie you now.
So you don't know, you can't spell the word malaria?
Now I can't.
It's because of
this COVID.
This COVID?
Yeah.
Why?
No, I've sat for too long. Now for 2 years, I'm not looking even in the book. Now, can't lie you that I can spell words here now.
And what are the signs and symptoms of malaria?
We have fever, a little bit of vomiting. Yeah.
Right, so spell the word malaria.
Yeah?
Spell the word malaria.
It is M-A-L-A-R-I-A.
Okay. Which tablets do you take when you have malaria?
We have the Panadol and the stuff.
So you take Panadol when you have malaria. So spell the word malaria.
M-A-L-A-R-I-A.
Okay. Which animal causes malaria?
Tsetse fly.
Okay. Where do we find it?
We can find it on grass, forest, and etc.
Okay. So how can you tell that someone has malaria?
By someone having too much sweat, and also the person can also show that on his face or on her face that she has fever or she has headache, or because she can oversleep.
Okay. Okay. How do you treat malaria?
By taking someone to hospital.
Okay. How can you tell that someone has malaria?
Vomiting, diarrhea, loss of appetite.
Okay. All right. So how can you treat malaria?
You go to the hospital, then get tested, take a blood test, then you are given treatment.
Okay. Which kind of treatment do they give?
Diocostin.
Sorry?
Diocostin drug.
Okay.
Then Malala Queen.
Okay. All right. So spell the word malaria.
Malaria.
Okay. Yes, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
What's your name?
I'm Justy.
Which animal causes malaria?
Animal? It's a mosquito.
Okay, where do we find it?
In dirty places.
Okay. And what are the signs and symptoms of malaria?
Headache, temperature increase. That's what I know.
Okay, how do you treat malaria?
Through sleeping under mosquito nets and cleaning our places.
Okay, which tablets can you take to treat malaria?
Kotam.
Hello sir, what's your name?
My name is Ricky.
Your name is?
Ricky.
What causes malaria?
Malaria is caused by, I think I'm forgetting.
Alright, which insect causes malaria?
The insect it's a mosquito.
Okay,
yeah.
Where do we find it?
Mosquito is found in stagnant places. Yeah.
Okay, and how can you treat malaria?
Malaria, sleeping under the mosquito net, slashing around, yeah, cleaning.
Okay. Which tablets can you take to treat malaria?
Malaria, I'm not so sure because God has blessed me. I've not gotten sick.
What causes malaria?
Malaria, it's a mosquito.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you treat malaria?
Sleeping under mosquito nets. Yeah.
Which tablets can you take to treat malaria?
I don't know very well because I'm not a doctor.
How can you tell that someone has malaria?
When you look at her, you look at her when what do I say? Like signs and symptoms. Fever, like that, yeah.
How?
You look at him, yeah. Not feel happy. You feel like have fever, like that.
And why?
Don't know like that.
Okay. So how do we treat malaria?
By vaccine them.
Which tablets do we take when someone has malaria?
Like painkiller, Panadol.
What's your name?
My name is Bata.
So Bata, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay. Which animal causes malaria?
Mosquito.
Where do we find it?
Because if you look at mosquito, was the one who ate people at night. And if you see it, even doctor can tell you that mosquito was the one who caused the malaria.
Okay. Hello sir, what's your name?
My name is Michelle.
Michelle. What causes malaria? Which animal causes malaria?
What?
Which animal causes malaria?
The Walibian were.
So what are the signs and symptoms of malaria? Well. For all those that have participated, thank you very much. And for those that have watched the full video, you are the best. So malaria, just to make some correction, malaria is not caused by an animal. And it is not caused by any other animal. But it is spread by a female Anopheles mosquito. The signs and symptoms, people have tried to get them right. We have headache, we have dizziness, we have vomiting, we have nausea, abdominal pain, diarrhea, and so many others. How can we treat it? The best way to treat it, you go to the hospital, they give you a prescription that will treat it. Then in addition to that, how can we prevent malaria? Sleeping under mosquito nets, slashing away the bushes, draining away all the stagnant water. Please, if you have a net, sleep under it. That will help you to prevent malaria. Stay tuned. More videos are coming. Share the love. Thank you. Sign out.